Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm Ananda Rose. Thank you for joining me today here on the channel. And with me, I have the lovely Regina Orchard from Plant Music Australia. Welcome, Regina.
Thank you, Ananda Rose. Lovely to be here.
Yes, it's been a while that we've had a conversation online, and I'm so glad that we have chosen to do this today. Today, we're talking about Wednesday wind down. Now, you want to know what Wednesday Wind Down is about, obviously, because all the W's. However, before we go into Regina telling us what it is, I would like to tell you my experience of a Wednesday wind down session. What do you think, Regina? You want to say something
Yes.
before I talk about my experience?
No, please, because I've been looking forward to hear more about what you have been experiencing.
Great. I was invited by Regina to join me for an evening of plant music. And this was a couple of weeks ago, and I said, of course. And so I joined her, and she set the plants to play the music. And we could do whatever was relaxing for us. So in my case, I decided to sit in bed and watch it. And I have to say, the music by the plants was amazing, firstly. I fell asleep somewhere in the session. And I had one of the best night's sleep in a long, long time. But before I get to that, let me say what happened. I suddenly started to feel um, my Kundalini being impressed upon by with this plant music. And before I fell asleep, and I thought, okay, that's interesting. And then I seemed to be having a lot of energy all around my head with that. And I've not experienced listening to plant music and having that much energy around my head. I mean, I have had experiences with it, obviously, you know, Regina, when we've done the interviews and things like that. But this was amazing. I could feel this energy around my head. I also felt there was a lot of activation on my third eye, and somewhere along the line, I fell asleep. That was the first week. That was 2 weeks ago. Then I got another invitation last week to join Regina's plant music event. And I'll tell you what, this time there was a theme in it, and Regina encouraged us to do that. I'm not going into the theme, Regina, because I'd like you to talk about the theme and why there's a theme. And I was not prepared for the theme because, I realized too late that was happening. But I just thought I'm going to sit and I'm going to listen to it. I had this incredible twitching on my bottom right lip. And when I'm having this, I know that I'm having an energetic experience. I'm having a high vibrational experience. The first time I experienced that was when I was doing meditations and things with the Arcturians. And there you go. I suddenly started to, but oh, it was going, like really going. And I had more third eye activations, and I also had some stuff happening around my crown chakra. And so I know there's more. I just can't remember all of them. But I also at the time decided to pull some cards. I thought, all right, what my artistic part is going to be is I'm going to pull some tarot cards. And I wrote down some questions and I pulled some tarot cards, and I thought that was really wise what had come through. So that's what my experience of it was. So, Regina, I probably haven't covered everything. I should listen to my voice notes to you, and then I'll have more. But you tell us about Wednesday wind down.
Thank you, Rose. Thank you very much. Um, wind downs are bringing some plant music support and love in the middle of a week, which for most of us at the moment, we're dealing with overload. We're dealing with a lot of stress, a lot of change. Even if your life is going beautifully well, there seems to be a lot of energy happening. And the idea is that we get as far as Wednesday, we've done well. How wonderful to have an hour just for us for self care. And as you said, I'm adding the themes. So each week in the month, this is for August and September. It's a new trial to see if how this all works. But but bringing together various things I've done before. So the first Wednesday in the month, in August and September, are, God, what's the word? Expressive doodles. So bringing some kind of color onto paper or canvas and just allowing that to come out. Often you just having the courage to let anything come out, and maybe it's going to be ugly or uncomfortable to start with, but maybe not. And maybe the second piece or the third piece might give you, it doesn't matter, it gives you feedback, it gives you joy just to express something. How
Mm,
wonderful, rather than just receiving. We're allowing things to come out of us, and it's
yeah.
always fascinating to just then look at them for the rest of the month and just feel into it. Always
Mm,
messages, always insights. Then I'm looking at my list. The second one is guided visualization, and it might well be this one coming up will be from a tree that's given me the visualization
ah,
to give to people. Then the third one is a sound bath. So each one of them is a sound bath. It's the plants playing and then we're doing things. But this one is just really no guidance, just absorb it. And then the last one, we're trying something very new, whereas I have my collaborator, Shawnee Sage, and he's creating rhythms, which a variety of rhythms to go through the time, which will play at the same time as the plants play live. We've been experimenting, and it's very interesting in the way that the plants the way the plants work with the rhythms. So we'll be dancing to the rhythms and to the plants and see what it does for us. And
mm.
it's working with your fascia, moving things through the energies. It's just a lovely experiment. So we're
Yes.
on the leading edge of experimenting.
Wow, that's magical. I have to say, magical is the word to express there because I I have never connected with a plant on an energetic level, and last week I really felt the connection with Ken, the Kentia plant. You could feel his high notes. Yeah, there
Yes,
he
Ken.
is. There's Ken. All the high notes, and it was just really moving me inside. And I thought, oh wow, this plant. And then there was Phoebe also. Phoebe is the cyclamen, isn't she?
Yes, she's
And she was,
outside at the
yeah,
moment.
she was
Yes.
doing some high notes, and I thought, oh my gosh, I just can I could tell them apart, and I could tell them from the others also. So really wonderful. So, Regina, explain to us? So, when somebody joins this or registers for it or signs up for it, they want to be in it. What exactly is going to happen in that process? Uh,
Ah,
yeah.
well, that's technology, isn't it? But the plan at the moment is contact me through email or text messages, and I shall send the link. A first session is free, so that's easy. And then I will actually have a link coming. Yes, there will be a link that you can sign up for the you can sign up for the first one. Oh, I hadn't thought how to say this. Or you can sign up for one session, which is $35 Australian, or you can sign up for a whole month or 4 sessions, and that'll be only 80. So
Okay.
you get a great value
Good
if you
value.
want to do every week.
Very good value. Um, so people sign up for it, and then they get the link, and in that time, the time that it takes place. So, what time is it happening? Australian time? Tell us.
Australian time, 8 p.m. So,
8, yeah, so 8 p.m.
so
Melbourne time, right?
yes, so for you, it will be 10 p.m. New Zealand
That's
time,
right. Yeah.
which is perfect time for winding down and going off to sleep or whatever. And
Mm.
that first time, Ananda Rose, when you went to sleep, you slept for something like 13 hours, didn't you?
I did because the first time was because of the time. we've now had a time change. So the first time was 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. New Zealand time. And at some point, I fell asleep, maybe 20 minutes after joining the session. I fell asleep. Next time when I woke up, it was 5 minutes to 10. And then I realized, okay, the session is ending. I got out of the session. I got up, turned the lights out and whatever, went back into bed. And I would have been back into bed maybe by 20 past 10. And I just slept the whole night. And I went to like sleep and I was up like probably maybe 9 o'clock or something and that's not like me, So I slept in the session and so probably not 13 hours,
Oh,
but
maybe,
really long.
yeah, 10 or 11.
Yeah.
That's brilliant.
That is like really brilliant. And I really enjoy sleep. I love sleeping now at my age because when I was younger, I would avoid going to sleep. And like I do everything to be awake, I'd find things to do. And I'm really enjoying the sleep. I love the rest of it. And then there is sleep, and then there is that relaxed sleep, the sleep that actually you really go into the deep sleep and you stay there.
Mm.
And that's the sleep I felt, like, that I hadn't had that in a long, long time. Because I don't think I didn't even stir once in the night. So it really was so therapeutic for me to go and sleep and rest. It was a deep rest. So I really loved it. I enjoyed myself. So, so coming back to people signing up for it. So even if they can't make that time that is stipulated there, you sending them a recording so that they can do it in the other time, in another time that suits them.
No, I'm sorry. There's no recordings.
Okay.
It's just live. It's just,
Okay.
I wanted the energy of everybody just coming together,
Mm.
having that happen. And of course, what I hadn't mentioned is it's not just for us. Every time we come together, as we all know, we are creating an effect in the world. And I just wanted to do that together.
Okay. Okay. That's awesome. Awesome. So the next one is Wednesday coming up.
Yes, 12th of August.
Yeah.
And then, yes, every Wednesday till the fourth Wednesday, sorry, in
Okay.
September.
Okay. Just want to go back to this last week's session. So you were painting away
I was, yes.
when I was awake and I could see what you were doing. Somebody else in the session was also painting. Um, I really love that idea that if you listen to the plants and you paint, you're doing something artistic or like painting or I don't know, creating something.
Mm.
It's going to be an adventure to see what the end result is because that impact of the plant music coming through into your fields, into your mind, relaxing you and all of that, how that feels. So tell me, how did you feel with your sleep? Like I know that you were painting, but like, I mean, and you're probably used to this because you have the plant music and you have it like on a daily basis, right? Or you like you said to me earlier, you were dancing with the plant music and and all of that. And it's like, so how do you feel? What does it do for you, Regina?
It really calms me.
Okay.
When it For a long time, like the first 6 months or something, but we're going back 8 years now, I felt like I had a hole in my solar plexus that was being filled up with the plant music.
Wow.
Like there was something missing, and it gave me back something that was missing. And for me, I've come to realize that's my connection to
Mm,
nature and to the wholeness of who we are. We are part of
yeah.
nature. We
Yeah.
are capable of such extraordinary things. And as I learn that, plants can give me actual wisdom and communication, even beyond the music, it's very powerful. But when
Mm,
I was painting the other night, it was, first of all, I just started doing it, and I was in front of other people on a screen, and it was I was a bit aware of that. But after a little while, I wasn't. I was just in there, And the beautiful thing for me about plant music is it really does open up people's creativity. I've done a lot of workshops with people in person and online, and it's just such a commonality that people are surprised at what they can do and how much ease they feel.
Hmm. Hmm. Thank you for that. So we've explained why plant music and what it does. I've expressed some of my experiences with it, and you said
Thank
what
you.
it does for you. Why do you think we need plant music in this time?
Oh my goodness. Love and support and reminding people who we are. We are extraordinary beings. We have, if you're me, like I've grown up not being told that I'm an extraordinary being or that humans are amazing. I've stumbled onto many pieces of wisdom along the years. It feels like stumbling often, but perhaps there's a plan. And like quantum science has unlocked a lot of doors and helped our logical brains that we've educated to go, oh, I see. There is so much more to what a human can do. And
Yes.
I believe that what we're all doing is so many people are waking up their abilities. And plant music is really one of those tools that is really helping and supporting that.
Hmm.
Um, and we're creating our new world, and it's very beautiful and very exciting. And yeah, it's reminding us and assisting us to do and be who we really are.
Yes, thank you for that, Regina. I'm just from it just popped into my head now that there was oh, I was listening, I was reading something from one of the Oracle card decks, and I thought about you. This was called the Nature card, and it's in that Golden Future Oracle card deck by Diana Cooper. And she talks about plant music and healing from the trees. And I thought, and I said, oh, we're not going to have to wait for the golden age. Regina's already doing it.
Well, that's right. It is from the golden age, isn't it? I'm
Yeah.
delighted that that's on a card already.
Yes,
Very
it
good to
is.
hear.
It's very good to hear
Very
because that's the
beautiful.
new world, isn't it? That
Yeah.
plants have such a huge part to play. They have played a huge part in our worlds. They give so much. How will we have oxygen if it wasn't for the plants and the trees? Like, I mean, that's a part of our breath, right? You
Mm,
think about just connecting back to that. That is the life force that it supports here on the planet. And so,
yes.
with all that oxygen that it takes in the carbon dioxide and then it transmutes it or transforms it into oxygen, which we are breathing, and it keeps giving us the breath. And so, or the clean, clear breath, the one that is the good breath for us to have, so that we can live on the planet. And so the plants have been transmuting for so long. And of course, they're going to be part of the golden age, and we're going to learn so much more about them because they found a way to reach us. And
Mm,
so,
yeah, to reach our hearts.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, they have been extraordinary,
Mm,
given us so much, and they work with our energies. They compost our energies for us,
yeah,
sort clear things out,
yeah,
and so many people now too. When you talk about our future, people are starting to really understand the health benefits, the healing benefits, the rebalancing benefits of frequencies and sounds.
yeah, yeah,
And we're now able to hear those frequencies that the plants have been lavishing on us all this
yeah,
time.
yeah. What an evolution. We've come far. We've come far from 20 years ago or 30 years ago, I think, understanding
Mm,
of all of this. The first time I heard that plants respond to us, where someone said to me, they speak to their plants every day. They say hello to the plants every morning when they wake up. They have a chat with the plants, and they have seen that the plants flourish when the humans actually acknowledge them and talk to them. So I mean, but here's Jack, and I mean, you can't see all of Jack, but he's flourishing.
Oh, he's grown a lot, hasn't
He's
he?
grown a lot. And I mean, you're only seeing the top of him because
Yeah.
there's like a whole two layers at the bottom. But there's Jack doing as well and doing really well. And then I have Lucy Liu there at the door, and she's just amazing, doing
Uh,
really well. It's Marie Angela uh that's still, my first one. That's she's still strong. It's just I'm not sure why she's not flourishing right now, but still, you know. We'll find out what it is, and she'll be fine. But that's the thing. Having a personal relationship with your plants because they are living beings in the home, isn't it? Or like outside, they are living beings.
they are. And like even I'm learning, and sometimes I forget, I ignore them for a little while and then I apologize and make sure they're okay
Yeah.
because we've all learnt to assume that they're inanimate, really,
Hmm.
when it's not the case at all.
Yeah. They give us so much because they are food, they are healthy, they give us good health, they give us minerals and vitamins, and of course, oxygen. Mm. Regina, is there anything else you want to tell me before we go?
No, no, just everybody should know by now that the plants are loving us all and have our well-being at heart at all times.
Yeah, yeah. And friends,
Mm.
if you want to join Regina for her sessions, we'll put an email address in there for you. Not I'm discouraging text messages because of spam and and scams. And so we'll put a an email address in there so you can email Regina and then you can have the sessions that you want to have and just ask her any questions about it and sign up for it. But thank you today, Regina, for this time, for sharing this with us. And thank you for following your heart and your intuition to do this with the plant music. I know you've been doing it for a long time, but it needs in my feeling is that more people need to hear about it.
Thank you, Ananda Rose.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much for explaining to people how it's affected you because it is often very difficult to put into words the experience. So I
Yeah.
really appreciate that.
Well, thank you. Thank you. You're very welcome. And I'm just like, thank you for the opportunity to experience it. Yeah, that was different for me. And I just thought, wow, both nights, what good sleep. Oh,
So that's
yeah.
good. And
Yeah.
and there is a book coming which will be a plant music guide. So hopefully in
Uh-huh.
the next few months, I don't know when it's going to finish, but
Okay.
it's well on the way.
All right. We can talk about that too when it happens, when it's coming, when it's
Okay,
final.
okay, beautiful.
Yes. Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
and thank you everyone for watching.
Yeah, great. Thank you,
Mm,
Regina. Thank you, everyone. We'll catch you next time. Namaste.
namaste.